All right, guys, first thing, some of you guys met me last year, not all you guys were here. Coach Myers, owner of the Old School Gym, also the strength coach for the Ohio RTC, which means I get to train the Ohio State Buckeyes. We won a national title 2 years ago. We're third this year. So basically my expertise is training wrestlers. That's not because I was a great wrestler or because I'm the smartest coach or the best looking. Well, pretty good looking, but it's because I know how to get guys to work hard. And that's why you guys are here today. You guys all work hard and you want to work hard, right? So first thing I want to do, I want to introduce my guys that came in to work with you guys today. And I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Okay, so Jacob Martinez. Martinez was a state finalist this year. Jake, what's your goal for this year? Get that state title. Okay, when he sat here last year and talked to you guys, said his goal was to get a state title. Came close, made it to the finals, but he was coming off a year where he placed 7th. So he set his goals high, we came close, this year we're gonna get it. Okay, Jake Atkins. Jake was a 3-time state placer in high school. He's now wrestling D1 for Princeton. So he's not also smart, but he's a good wrestler too. So Jake, what's your goal for the year? National qualifier, let's get it. Okay, Clay Reeves, raise your hand, boy. Clay was a freshman this year. Placed 8th at the state tournament. Clay, what's the goal for this year? What's that? Top 4, okay? He's also moving up quite a considerable amount of weight. He was a 6-pounder this year. He's probably gonna be 20, 26 this year. And we set the goal high. We're gonna get the top half of that podium. All right, we got Chandler Menard. Chandler was a national qualifier this year as a true freshman at Ashland. What's the goal for this year?
Get bigger, stronger,
He's redshirt. Okay. So after the redshirt year, what's your goal? Be a national champ. You know, he didn't say, oh, I hope I make it back to nationals, I hope I play. He wants to be a national champ, he wants to be the best kid in the country. Okay? Alex Lee, raise your hand. Okay, Alex, 2 years ago was a state qualifier. We had a big goal to get on the podium this year, and he fell short. Now, I'm not bringing that up to put him down, but I want to point out that no matter what you do, things aren't always going to go your way. So what did he do after the season ended this year? Did he sit around and sulk? No, he was the first kid that came back in the gym. And he's probably worked twice as hard this offseason than I've ever seen him work. Because now he knows what it feels like to fall short of his goals, and he's re-energized. He's eating, getting stronger. He's going to move up multiple weight classes as well. What's your goal for this year?
State finals.
State finals, baby. He wants to wrestle on Saturday night, okay? He's doing everything he can to get here. All right, Jaden Maddox, you're late to the party, but you're here, that's good. Jaden is only a sophomore this year, but he's already a 2-time finalist. Runner-up as a freshman. As he told you last year, his goal was to be a state champ this year, and he accomplished that goal. What's your goal for this year? State man champ and Ironman champ. He didn't win Ironman last year. He got beat. So, you know, people always think, you get to a certain point and that's the top, and you can always do better, you know? This year I believe he's going to win the state title and he's going to win the Ironman title. But next year we'll have an even bigger goal. Maybe next year the goal will be to win Fargo also, okay? He's been working hard. Also, too, I want to point out, it's easy for people to think, oh, okay, Jaden Maddox, he won all these state titles in junior high, so it's just natural that he wins in high school too. He's so good, he's so talented. Well, how did that happen, okay? Well, I'm going to point out he was one of my only kids that came all season long and lifted twice a week. He lives 45 minutes away. He would finish his practice, drive through the snow for 45 minutes, come here at 7 o'clock, probably the last place he wanted to be, but he'd lift twice a week, all throughout the season, okay? And I'm not saying that's why he won a state title, but it was a part of it, okay? The point I'm making is when you set these goals high, they can't just be this big thing up in the air that you might get to, you might not, and you don't know the steps to get there. It's about consistency, okay? So, before I go to my next part, let me have you guys introduce yourself. Sam, right?
Yeah.
All right, Sam, what's your goal for this year?
State qualifier.
State qualifier, I love it. Miles, I know you had a good year this year. State champ, that's right. What'd you place this year? What's that? Placed 5th. The year before you hadn't even qualified, correct? Okay. I remember you sat here last year, and I think your goal was to make it to the state tournament, and you did one better. And I know that didn't happen on accident. What's your name, son?
Billy.
Billy, what's your goal for this year? Make it to the state tournament. I love it. BJ, what's your goal for this year, boy? Make it to the state tournament. state, right? Okay, listen, you guys all have good goals, and I think they're attainable. But also, too, I want to put something in your mind, okay? I'm going to use Miles as the example. Last year, when he sat right here, he told me his goal was to make it to the state tournament. He ended up getting on the podium, okay? So my point is, last year, if he would have sat here and said, hey, my goal is to place at the state tournament, some of you might have thought, well, you didn't even make the state last year. So many people think that it has to be one step at a time. Oh, maybe this year I'll make it to the state tournament. Maybe next year I'll place. Maybe, you know, that's okay to think like that. But I'm telling you guys, set your goals high and then put your actions in line with it. Now, of course, you have to be realistic, you know. If you win 1 and 2 at districts this year, I don't want you to sit here and say, I want to be the best kid in the country, because that may not be realistic. But there's no reason why any of you that want to be a state qualifier shouldn't think, I want to get on the podium this year. Because guess what? It's a 16-man bracket. It's a tournament. If you qualify to get there, you win 2 matches, you're on the podium, okay? You should always go into a thing, there's no way I can't get to a tournament and not win 2 matches, okay? So you guys that have that goal of getting, qualifying for state, I want you to think, I want to get on the podium, okay? Now, how does that happen? How are you going to make such a big jump in 1 year? Well, we're going to talk about, goal setting and about habits. And I like to use this story as an example. Some of you might have heard it last year. So I remember my senior year was after probably a particularly uninspired practice. My coach, Coach Knight, who was your coach as well, he sat us down just like this. And he said, okay, he said, how many of you guys want to make it to the state tournament this year? Almost everyone raised their hands. I raised my hand. And then he sat there and he'd go, okay. He said, how many of you guys want to go to college? Again, everyone raised their hands. He said, okay. How many of you guys had all A's and B's in your classes? Maybe 3 or 4 guys raised their hands. I said, okay. He said, what I see here is your goals and your actions are not lining up. If you're a C and a D student, how are you going to go to college? You're not trying hard enough. You're not putting in the work to get to where you want to be, and it's the same thing. We all sat around thinking, hey, it'd be nice if I could make the state tournament, but we weren't working hard enough, myself included. We didn't work hard enough. We didn't really want it, okay? So what you guys have to get in your head is these goals that you have, they're not just going to happen. Someone's not just going to lay down for you because you're a good wrestler, Everyone wants the same thing as you. Every kid in the state who wrestles wants to be a state champ, wants to be on the podium, okay? How are you going to get there? Yeah, talent's part of it, but what's so tied into it? Work ethic, consistency, toughness, okay? I didn't get to where I'm at in my career, like I said, by being the smartest guy or the best trainer or anything like that. I'm tough, I work hard, and I get people to work hard, okay? So, I'm sure most of you guys already have a concept of how to work hard, or you wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't have taken the time out and the effort to come all the way up here, from Steubenville to put in this work today unless you had a sense of, hey, I need to work hard in this off season. But I'm going to tell you right now, all of you, even the guys who had some success, even you, Miles, who I know you're a hard worker, all of you guys that think you're working hard, you need to work harder, okay? And you got to be consistent. It's not that many days until the season gets here. And before you know it, it'll be October and you'll be getting in shape and bringing your weight down and you'll think, man, wish I'd have trained a little harder over the summer. Man, maybe I should have went to the pool a couple less days. Whatever the case is, okay? And this isn't just for you guys, it's for my guys too. It's easy to miss days, but guess what? Those missed days start adding up. They add up in think of it, your life has 2 columns. There's a positive column and a negative column, all right? With your goal up here at the top. Everything you do, whether you realize it or not, is going to go into one column or the other. Oh, you stay up till 3 in the morning playing Call of Duty? Yeah, that sounds fun, but which column is that going into? Is it contributing to getting on the podium, or is it taken away from it? Okay? Missing a workout, where does it go? Getting an extra workout in, going for a run when you don't even really need to, where does it go? It goes in that positive column, it's helping. May not seem like a big deal at the time, but all those little things add up over time. They're like little sheets of paper. A sheet of paper by itself is nothing, but you stack it up, all of a sudden you got something, okay? So this has to start today. Don't wait until the season starts. Don't wait until, you're back in school and everyone's excited because, wrestling's right around the corner. It has to start today. And don't just be excited because you came up here today and then maybe you'll take tomorrow off because you're sore, then you'll work hard this weekend. Then it might fade away a little bit. That excitement starts to fade away. But think about last year. Think about what your goals were. And if you fell short, think about how it felt to finish the season not getting as far as you wanted. Think about how that last match felt. I still remember what it felt like my last match, my senior year. I never made it out of the district tournament. I still remember how it felt looking at that kid from Dover getting his hand raised. And I was done. I thought, man, I'm never going to wrestle a match again. And then I thought, why didn't I listen to Coach Light? Why didn't I work harder? But it was too late, okay? You guys, though, it's not going to be too late, all right? So, that's enough of my rah-rah speech. Before we get started, I'll go over the schedule for today real quick, and I'll see if you guys got any questions, all right? So what we're going to do first, we're going to break you guys up into 2 groups, kind of like we did last year. The groups will be a little bit smaller. One group will be out front with me lifting. One group will be in the room. We're going to do kind of like a focus drill and some live wrestling in there, okay?